Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. So this is actually a video request and thank you for requesting this video. So I'm just going to base it around drugstore skincare. This first product is something I use under my eye area, and this is one I've been using for actually coming up to 14 years when I was thinking about it. And you would have seen it before. It's the Olay Eye Gel Cucumber, and it's just a clear gel, and this is something I actually use at night. And pretty much I just sort of dab a little bit around under my eye area. That sort of helps with the sort of blackness that I have naturally under my eyes, as well as any sort of swelling, generally because I'm quite tired or run down by the end of the day. And this is just so refreshing, so soothing. Now when I started first purchasing this, I was paying about $8, $9. I think around about now it goes up anywhere between $16 to $18 depending where you get it from. Generally I try and get it from Big W. It seems to be the cheapest place to sort of get it. If anyone knows anywhere else, please let me know. Or I just wait for it to go on special, whether it be Coles, Lee's, Target, Priceline, etc. That's actually one that's really easy to get a hold of. Now another product, and it's an Australian product. This is the Lucas Papaw Ointment. You would have seen this in a ton of my favourite videos. This is actually the smallest size that you can get. This is like the little balm size. You can get one that's slightly larger than this, is like the tube or travel size, and then the actual container. This set me back about $4 to $5 at Priceline. You can get it up at selected pharmacies. I think even Target sell this, so it's at quite a few different places. I like it because it's really just papaya and a preservative, and it's made into an ointment, very similar sort of to, like, you know, Vaseline petroleum jelly, but it's actually more natural. Good thing. So you can use it. It says on burns, scalds, gravel rash, etc. like that, but you can even use it as a chapstick. You can use it as a chafing gel. You can use it so many different ways, which is why it's become a staple in my carry bag. I have one at work, etc. like that when I sort of hurt myself. It's something that I will go to and will always sort of go to. So that's why I mentioned this one. So it's definitely something, if you like something more natural, that's cheap, have a look out for that one. Now another range that I like, sort of more because it leans towards more natural, it's an Australian brand. There's no parabens, no mineral oils and all that sort of stuff. If you like that, you might like this range. And Sukin's one I've always mentioned. I think, why are you mentioning Sukin? I mean, you can buy it online at their web store, but it's something that's now coming into a lot of selected pharmacies around Australia. So you can get it at Priceline. So Priceline, and I normally wait till it goes on special, but the price range is really, really good. For those of you maybe internationally that want to get Sukin, I know you can get it through Amazon. I actually asked them where they can get their products internationally. They're looking at sort of ways to sort of sell it, but so far it's on Amazon. But this is the Nourishing lip treatment. This is about $7 to $8 normally, but Priceline has 20% off this range. It seems about every month they have this on special, so look out for that. And this is something that I use at night time, and it really just sort of helps to sort of smooth out, hydrate, plump the lips. That I mentioned those from Sukin, and I just can't help it. This is something that I go to on and off during sort of my facial skincare throughout the year. It's something that I have been buying for years, and this is the Sukin Facial Moisturiser, again paraben-free, mineral oil-free, no testing on animals. And this is generally $9.99, but when you look out for the special, you pay about $8, $7.99 on special, and it has a really nice orange sort of scent to it because it's got all those essential oils in it. And you get 125 ml of product. Other things that I like as skin for cheap is this one. It's from the Australian Creams range. It's the Emu Oil Cream. Now this one is pretty easy to get. I've seen it at Woolies, at Coles, Big W, I think even Kmart and Target sell this. Now it ranges anywhere between $2.50 to $3.50, and it's just a thick cream. Now this one though, I do find with some of the other sort of cheap ranges out there, or even actually in some of the really expensive, exclusive skincare out there, when you look at the products, it actually has mineral oil, paraffin liquid, and whatever you want to call it. It's got mineral oil in it, and as well as emu oil. But for the price point, it is a very hydrating moisturizer, and this one you're getting 250 grams of product. There's also the vitamin E, and there's another one in this line. So have a look at your local Target, Kmart, Big W, Woolies store for this product for the price point. So it's really good as a body moisturizer. It's very thick, creates that sort of good barrier on your skin as well. But if you don't like sort of mineral oils and that, maybe steer clear of it. But for the price point, it's a good one to sort of try. Another sort of cheaper one as well is this one. It's the EcoPure Smoothing Body Butter. I think there's about 3 different varieties. I suppose more fragrances or sort of oils in this range. That's sort of what it looks like. It's a very, very thick body butter. but it was about $5. You get $5 for 250 grams of product. This one claims no parabens, no sulfates, no artificial colours as well. This one I got at my local Priceline store. I mention it though because, I mean, if you're in Australia, you should be able to find it at your local Priceline. And for the price point, it's about $5 for 250 grams of body. Really thick. And this one, main ingredient is water. It's got coconut oil, sea butter. That's it. Now coming up to summer, I'm trying to sort of get a tan. I choose not to really sort of get like go out and tan at the beach mainly because I'm sort of have sort of moles and freckles and all that. I want to be a little bit more sensible about that. So I do try and use sort of bronzers and spray tans and all that sort of stuff. I don't use them very often anymore if I'm sort of going out, because again, they're still putting chemicals and stuff on your body. If you do have a really nice natural sort of organic based one, let me know down below. But this one, I must admit, yeah, it's more your chemical one. This is Elite Tan. The Face Tan Radiant Glow Instant is one that I love. I've used it for a couple of years and I really love this one because it really gives a nice natural tan really quickly. And I use it on my face, my neck, décolletage, and all over my body as well. And what I tend to do is sort of mix in with a bit of lotion to help it sort of spread very easy. The only thing that I suppose complaint that I have about it is because it's a tube. It's such a runny, as you can see, very runny, messy product. I'm not sure why on a face product they would make it in such an easy to get everywhere tube. I'd prefer if they had something like a long sort of tube like that, because you don't really need that much product. So it does really work well. So sometimes I try and use a direct dry spray because it's only 2 to 3 minutes for this one to sort of dry, and you get a really nice effect from it as well. That's one that I love and use. I know product some people might not like because it is a Neutrogena product. I've actually cut down on a lot of the Neutrogena that I use. I know some people have complained that I use Neutrogena, but this is one I have to admit that I still use because I love it as it's a body mist. If anyone knows more of a natural, organic, no animal testing product as far as a spray SPF, definitely let me know down below. But this is the one that I use. Costs about $12 to $14, and you can get it a lot of places. You can get Neutrogena at your grocery store, Target, BW, Kmart, Priceline. And the SPF 30 plus 140 grams of sort of product. And it's just one, as you can see, you just sort of spray. I love it because it's just so easy. A lot of times I might forget to sort of spray to rub on the actual lotion, and this one's as easy as I've got one by the door, spray it really quickly, and I'm good to go out the door. Because I always tend to put stuff on my face because it's in my BB creams, my tinted moisturisers, even some of my primers. But something like during the rest of my body I forget, but this one I can't really have a good excuse because it's so easy to put on and run out the door. So, and I'm normally tending to worry more about putting stuff on my son, and then I always seem to forget myself. So that's an easy one to do. Speaking of sort of mist, this is one that I use on my face, but more as a refresher. I have other sort of sprays that I use to set my makeup, like Model Co, Model in a Bottle, Ben Nye, etc. Some people don't like that because it is mainly just alcohol, but this one you can use as a makeup sort of setter. Like I said, I prefer to use it as a refresher. This is the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz. And it's got that lovely sort of rose water fragrance. It's got aloe vera in it as well. I've got a couple of different sizes, a little travel size, and this is the standard size of 150 mils. What else? Oh, body washes. How about body washes? I've mentioned this 100 times on my channel. This is a Luxe Indulge. It's a soft and silky, but it's the Neroli and Ylang. It is my absolute favourite, 100% favourite of all time body wash. About $5. But it just smells absolutely heavenly. It's a really fresh floral scent, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. It lathers. It doesn't really go into a big bubbly foam. It just lathers up nicely, but it's just the scent is phenomenal. I just love it. And you get $400 of product, like I said, for about $5. If you're more into something more natural, this range I recommend. This is the Purity Sensitive range. This is a body wash. It's actually more in the kids, toddler or baby sort of range area. The reason I mention it's Australian product. It's plant-based and pH balanced, no sulfates, parabens, cruelty-free. So you can use it as a shower gel, but this is like a milk bath, but you can use it wherever you want. I mention this because it also has there's a Purity body lotion, which is really good. No parabens, no mineral oils, and also other product shampoos and stuff like that you can get, but it's the price range. This is about $7-8 for the products. This one 250 mils, I think the other one's about 200 grams of product, but it's for the price range, and it's one you can use on your entire family, whether it be your toddler, you know, yourself, your partner, etc. You can all sort of use it, especially if you do get eczema, some other sort of products, some other sort of maybe dermatitis and stuff. It's worth giving a shot. Price range, I really like it. I do find out there, because I sort of get a bit of dermatitis, my son gets eczema, that a lot of people really push on your QV. Now, I've got nothing against the QV range and some other Cetaphil and all that sort of stuff, but you do find a lot of them are mineral oil based. I don't really want to be slathering over mineral oil, paraffin liquid and whatever you want all over my family, especially when you're paying a dearer price point for something like that. So I do find there's whatever is recommended to you, just look on the back of the products and see if it's got mineral oils and all that. Why not go for another alternative that's more like, doesn't have parabens, it doesn't have mineral oils and stuff like that, and you can get it for a really good price point. So it is worth sort of checking out. And this range you can get at Woolies, Coles, etc. Just have a sort of a hunt around. I've seen it's a little bit harder to get, but just check it out online. Just Google Purity Sensitives Skincare, and it's by Nature's Organics and not tested on animals. I'm hoping this isn't going for too long, but I thought I'd mention this in here because it's kind of skincare, but I love BB creams, I love tinted moisturisers, because most of them you can get SPF, you can get your hydration and stuff like that in them as well. So for skincare, there's a whole smorgasbord of different drugstore BB creams that I love. But one that I'm really enjoying at the moment is the new Dream Pure BB cream, the 8-in-1. Now this has salicylic acid. Some people don't like using it. It's got 2% in here, and this one is for oily skin. That's sort of why I'm mentioning I do have particularly oily skin, and now that it's sort of getting warm, I do find that my skin gets sort of really oily, a little bit out of hand. This one's actually been really good for that, not sort of running all over my face, and it's sort of giving me that sort of oily feeling during the day. So this is one that I've been enjoying for the moment. But I might do a specific review on this. There may be some other BB creams that I like out there. If you're more into natural, kind of towards natural products, there's a new by Nature BB cream as well. Both of these I actually got in, it was either the Lust Habit or one of the beauty boxes that I got. So I'm not sponsored or by any of these companies I'm mentioning. As far as lip care, like I said, you can use that Papaw ointment ones. There's a lot out there that I could sort of mention, but there's one really easy, reasonably priced one that you can get at Drugstore is the Moo Goo. Now that's what the box looks like. You can get the Moo Goo in, and there's about 3 or 4 different flavours you can call. The one I really love is this one. It's the Strawberry Tinted Lip Balm. And this is more your natural product. I know that's a bit muttered, but that's pretty much what it looks like. I love it because it's actually got beetroot in it, which is your colouring. It doesn't really show up on my skin, but when you sort of put it on your lips, it really enhances that natural sort of pink that you have to your lips. Or even if you don't, it gives just a nice sort of rosy glow to your lips, and it's a beautiful lip balm. You know, the whole idea that you should be able to eat what you put onto your skin. So it's got sweet almond oil, jojoba seed oil, beeswax, shea butter, vitamin E, strawberry fruit extract, which gives that nice sort of strawberry flavour, and sort of like beet for the colouring, I believe. And it's another Australian product, so definitely look out for this one. You can get it at selected pharmacies or selected Pricelines, and there's other different places you can get Moo Goo as well. So just maybe Google, what is it, moogoo.com.au. I always fumble over that, it's quite funny. But I really do love this one. So that's pretty much most of the sort of products that I love for my skin and stuff. And just a honourable mention, I love blotting papers, like a lot of different ones, but Swisspers is one that I always go to, and Swisspers is one you can get at most places, you know. Like, oh, hello, made me crazy. A lot of different places, but this one, I love it. It's just it's a really nice white sheet that you can blot with. It's a nice little packet you can slide into your purse, but I also like that because if you do use bus or train tickets and stuff, guess what you can use that pocket for. So that's a really good one for that. As far as here, I do love the Ombrello range of clips. You can find it at selected pharmacies. I'll put the name down here, Ombrello. I love it because I have very thick hair. If you've got thick, sort of coarse, unruly hair, it's really good to hold that, because most of the other clips out there sort of snap, break or fall out. as far as thick hair as well is the Lady Jane. I love these because they stretch really well and they go good on a thick hair. The Lady Jane. I also love the Scunci hair care as well. I've got a new cameraman, it's my son, he's down here. Okay guys, so I better go. Thanks for watching and take care.